Welcome to another episode of Nimble Answers. Today's question from the internet comes from the IT Career Questions subreddit, where Reddit user Blade of Smoke asks this. I'm currently working full-time at a dead-end job that barely pays much and destroys my body, and I am considering going back to school. I've scratched off all medical degrees, business degrees, and especially engineering degrees. Last group of degrees is tech, and I'm definitely not smart enough for computer science. A buddy of mine works in IT, and he's actually thriving right now. I've had moderate interest in tech/computers since I was a kid, but don't have any real IT knowledge or hands-on experience. I also only want to get an associate's degree for right now to get my foot in the door and possibly get either a bachelor's and or certs later on. Would an associate's degree be worth it at all in our current economic and job climate? Thanks. User Blade of Smoke, this is a banging question. Here's the deal. Is it worth getting a degree in 2023 to be that step forward, that way into the IT career space? I'm going to say yes, maybe. Let me explain why. I have found in the IT career space, there are three things that are really going to determine your success. One is a formal education, so having a degree in a STEM field. The second one is going to be the certifications that you mentioned. There are a lot of really good certifications out there, and it's important to pick the right one for what you're trying to accomplish. The third thing is experience. So based on your post, you don't have the degree or the experience or the certifications. So now the question is, what is the best step forward for someone without any of those three things? For me, I have found through my experience and through the experience of a lot of people that I have mentored, and a lot of my peers even, has been the fastest way to get into IT is through certification. It still matters what certification you get, and the most popular one I feel, and the one I recommend, and the first one I ever got that got my foot into the door with IT was the CompTIA A+ certification. So your question of, I'm thinking about going to school to get a degree. You ruled out all of these degree programs. I am going to say one thing. You say, I'm not smart enough for computer science. I don't know you. I don't know anyone else who's out there, but to just write off the fact that you're not smart enough for computer science, degree programs are built to instruct you, to teach you, to guide you in through the learning process. I bet that if you tried, you would do just fine in computer science. So don't just write that off if it's something you're interested in. You are going to surprise yourself if that's the step that you decide to take. Now, in your situation, considering that you've stated you're only looking at getting the associate's degree to begin with. I don't know if you have any education yet, but going in cold, that's going to take at least 2 years. And you're going to likely be required to take out the student loans, which racks on a lot of debt, or you could work through the school process, attend community college. There's a lot of ways to get through, especially at the associate's level, without taking on a large financial burden, if you have those avenues open to you. Not everyone does. But there is still the time commitment of at least 2 years if you're going in cold. The certifications, on the other hand, yes, there's a financial commitment up front. For the CompTIA A+, there are a lot of resources that are free online. There are also some paid resources, some of the study guides, study manuals, and some instructor-led training is very valuable to have, especially if it's your first IT certification. And also, there is the cost of paying for the exam voucher to go and take the test. But I have found that the certification path for someone looking to quickly get into the IT career field with a minimal time and financial investment, I think getting the A+ certification is the way to go. It demonstrates to employers that you know something about the IT field, even without practical hands-on experience. It it demonstrates to potential employers that you can learn and you can be taught, which is valuable. And then if you're the kind of person who already has, through other experiences, those soft skills that especially those IT help desk roles are looking for, the being able to talk to someone, not losing your cool, being patient, communicating well, a lot of those skills can't be taught. They just come through experience in or outside the tech world. In my experience, the A+ certification is enough to get you through the interview process, get your foot in the door, get that first IT job. So I think that would be my recommendation to you, not to worry about the degree and to focus instead first on those certifications. After the A+, if you're looking for what to do next, a lot of people then go on to the CompTIA Network Plus certification so that they can build their base of understanding on networking. And then they follow it up with the Security Plus certification, which does the same thing, but more for the security side of IT. And I think those 3 certifications, which they refer to as the trifecta, really build for someone a strong base, a strong foundation that they can then build their career on. And then later on, you may find that going back to school and getting those degrees is going to help you progress in your career. I do believe in the value of education, that formal education, and I would never tell anyone not to pursue a degree. But if your end goal is to get into IT, I think what I'm saying is it's not required in the beginning. All right, I want to thank Blade of Smoke for the question. If you like what you're hearing here on Nimble Answers, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, stay nimble.